I yield.
Oh, this is David. You know, I talked about this last Monday we had, and it's been a topic that Lewis and I have gotten into with you, Chrlz, before, and that is being able to bank on. You're basically talking about you know, setting up something of a banking a banking ledger of credits, and I'd like to see at some point the documentation of losses that the American people, whether they're part of this network or not, of this court, but the American people in general have sustained losses that so-called taxpayer has paid in to feed the beast, so to speak. And now that we're proving that you know, what this beast looked like and how long it's been in operation, usurping power and taking money under false pretenses, that it's now time to ask under fraud that we can ask for this money back. And should they refuse, which they have been, to pay this money back, that we can still put it into an accounting system and present it to the public in such terms that the public hopefully will start having more full faith and credit in our accounting of their inability to hold each other accountable, of our accounting that is has certain figures of money attached, value attached. And if we can get these people of our society to have more faith into our accounting against the de facto, then there is some possibility of being able to trade against that, as you are talking about, at a more local level with these credits. So, yeah, I'm talking about setting up a whole new banking system based on the claims. I'll call them claims, the common law claims that we have against these criminals. I yield.
Thank you, David. Excellent. Yeah, the economic issues are an area in which we could very soon, if we just get the combination to the lock correct, in the correct sequence, have the essential ingredients, like brewing a batch of beer or something, you gotta follow the rules and have the right ingredients in the batch of beer, in the raw ingredients, before it'll properly brew beer. And if you goof it up, you're not going to have a decent batch of beer, and you're just going to have to throw the whole thing out. But if you get the combination right, boom, it'll take off, and you'll have a nice party with a good keg of beer there. And similarly, it could happen very quick. It could happen very quick. The way Bitcoin took off and things like that. The Bible talks about in Revelation how quickly the Babylonian horror jurisdiction falls. It says in one day, the entire Babylonian horror jurisdiction falls. The buyers and sellers of slaves and the souls of men is how the King James Version talks about all the merchants of the earth. All of that falls in one day, according to biblical prophecy in Revelation. That's essentially what happened with Bitcoin as it took off as an alternative cryptocurrency, and we've gotten past the initial offering of Bitcoin, and we've got more technological insights and things like holochain or alternatives that are not even blockchain. We've got some tremendous empowerment in the real world that we can bring online once we start getting where our frontline activists, like most of us on this call, are not worried about gas in the car and getting our lights shut off so that we can, by being consumed with all kinds of trivial chores, when we should be in front of our computers and building the network to take the country back 24/7 full time and have sufficient economic resources so we don't have to have all of our time and energy consumed just by staying alive. So anyway, that's the essence of what I'm looking for. Thank you for the comments, David. Any more on this economic incentives issue and credit assignments in a ledger? That's exactly the kind of web page I'm talking about building. Any more comments or questions on that issue before we go on?